adult life has been spent helping people the best way I know how. With my sword. It's my job now, training those strong enough to defend themselves and protecting those who aren't. I'm being sent on another mission. Someone is bringing a bunch of people together. No one knows why, but it doesn't sound good. Not sure they need my help, or want it. But from what I can tell, there's a force here bigger than anyone's imagined. One way or the other, I'm going to find whoever's behind this. I don't think he's going to make it easy. Fine by me. I've never liked it when things are too easy.
Giggity!
Why?
Okay then. Why
No.
is that Princess a Ninja?
I don't know.
No, just no.
So after months and months of not recording this, we're recording
We're back
this.
to recording.
You know, Fat Princess is gonna kick your ass.
Here we go
She
again.
can.
She's the new
Yeah.
Toro for you, huh?
No, Toro's still top tier, but...
Okay. She's
Yeah.
right up there, though.
Hi, guys. Yeah, she's right up there.
So Raiden.
Those princess twirls.
Raiden is one of my favorite characters to play as, but he is one of the cheapest also, so...
I consider him probably the second noobiest, Kratos being top tier, obviously. Like, legit.
I don't think it's the second.
top tier.
I think Dante's ahead of him.
Yeah, I agree.
Like
And I think
usual,
I think
much.
Nariko is right up there with Kratos. I think she's second.
Nariko? I wouldn't say that.
I would. All I do when I
mean,
play as
I
Nariko
don't-
is square,
don't get me
square,
wrong, you
square,
can have,
square.
Yeah, well, like, you can make like a 10-minute combo with her and the other person won't be able to move. So, yeah.
Dave just teabagging the screen.
What? What are you talking about?
Oh, when you had your power up there, you're just like sitting there like down, 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 down.
Oh yeah. Teabagging the dojo. So yeah, those are his levels 1 and 2. I don't really like his level 3 that much, to be honest. I usually rely on his level 1 and 2.
Well, yeah, his level 3 is obviously just like a bigger level 2, so it's not really anything different.
Yeah,
So you might as well just do your level 2.
That's true. I think what
Well,
makes
I mean, there's the comedic part of the level 3, which will... When do you do a level 3 anyways?
it might be this part. Or,
Alright, good.
yeah, on this part.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be this part at some point, hopefully, but like... I don't know. It's basically just the comedic thing, which isn't really even worth it, honestly. It's like funny the first time you see it, and then after that, it's just like...
I guess it would be a little different. You know what probably would have been a better way to a better level 3 is Ripper mode.
Yeah,
That would have
yeah,
been amazing.
that would have been cool.
With the line, I think it's time for Jack to let her rip, but then again, the game was...
Yeah, that's the line in Rising.
Dude, you know what they should have implemented? Just not even a line, just that awful laugh that he does before he fights.
I think there should have been like a really low. I think there should have been a really low sound effect, right? And it could have just been a fart. So after he says, "Time for Jack to let her rip."
Oh my god.
Yep, level 3.
Oh yeah, you're about to get it, yeah.
Yep.
I personally really don't like his level 3 all that much. Because here's the thing, you gotta find everyone.
So,
You have to find everyone.
Found him.
see, okay, here's actually a good question that I'm seriously not questioning this until now. What is in the other boxes that's making the
Melons.
Yeah, watermelons.
Oh my god.
It's so
Wait.
surreal, isn't it?
I just noticed another thing too.
What?
When the game was called Metal Gear Solid Rising, with the melons like on the table and they were cutting it like in the trailer,
Right.
is that even in the finished product?
Yeah,
Yes, that's the tutorial.
yeah, it's in the VR. I think
Right,
they actually you
okay,
can find them.
I seriously forgot. Okay.
I think
cool.
you can find them in the game world at some point, but
There are like melons hidden around.
yeah, it's really like that was just a demonstration to show off what they had done with it.
I gotta say, when I was playing the game, it took me until like near the end to figure out all those little like hidden posters that are around the stages.
Yeah.
Why did they even throw that in there?
I don't even know.
I mean, yes, there is like a history of that in Solid Snake or in Metal Gear games. Like, what is it, Metal Gear?
3.
I think it's in Snake Eater. You can look up.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
you can
find
look up and see
game
that. There's magazines
posters.
hidden all over.
Yeah, and with like magazines, I think with Metal Gear Solid 3 as the top cover and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's like always things like that, just like break the wall, but it's like, really? So always? Okay, whatever.
The moment in MGS2 when you tap the freaking poster on the wall in the tanker episode, and then you just hear an alert, and it automatically starts an alert phase. So you get Snake for touching a no-no spot.
Whoa.
Wink.
You went there.
Yeah.
Winked.
I think what makes
I'm so turned on by that.
I think what makes Raiden isn't even like so I think his AP gain isn't too bad. It's just the fact that he can keep people in those combos like that. I think.
Yeah, like that
But it's
triangle
not really even-
combo.
no, wait, here's the difference here though. Like Noriko would be something like an actual like different moves. For Raiden, it's like you can essentially just sit there and hit square and they won't be able to move. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, but I think
well,
the
how
thing,
many times his main combo he hits them like what? Like just by tapping square.
just
Not only
once.
does he send them flying, but he hits them a good few times. So.
It's square in that triangle combo.
Yeah. Well,
Oh my god! Then
see,
you have
like
that
this.
dash with circle. You have that. What's it?
Well,
would it be
I-
safe to call that a dash?
I think the hardest thing to avoid with Raiden is once he gets you in a good combo, it's extremely like difficult and sometimes impossible to get out of.
Yeah.
So I don't, I like Raiden, like for a cheap character, but
Yeah.
I just still think Nariko's cheaper. I'm sorry.
I can't really blame you. I can see why you say that, but
I think Nariko's levels aren't as good, but
oh yeah, Noriko's levels are actually pretty crappy in general. Honestly,
yeah,
I can't tell. The level 1. You tell you what though, the level 1. I'll seriously find myself using the level 1 when there's like a huge like bunch of people fighting and
Yeah.
ignoring me. I'll use that and I'll end up killing everybody.
Yeah, when they're all clumped
But
together.
level 2, I can't tell you how many times I've had Cole walk up to me,
And just
use
sit
the
there
level
right in
1
front
to
of
see
it.
me flying.
Oh, they can do that. You
Yeah,
know
they
what
can
is
just
bullshit
walk
about
up.
this game is that some level 1s can counter level 2s. Like, that's not right. I'm sorry.
I
There's a
don't know.
lot about this game they didn't get right.
I thought they yeah, I think they've established like the really only thing super that can't be interrupted is the 3, as far as I know. I think it's
Well,
perfectly
no
okay.
no other supers can be used when you're using a level 3.
Yeah, oh yeah, they can be used. That's right.
Yeah.
There you go. That's how you do it.
At least I'm pretty
That's
sure.
how you use a level 1.
Well-
No, I'm sure you can't because like you get that red X thing over your name.
Yeah, it might be. I'd have to. I definitely know you can't do it during Raiden's.
Drake's answer to fighting Ryan. He just spawns cover right in front of his face.
Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me.
You just use your level 1.
Time up. Da-da-da.
Uh-oh.
Ah, yes. Crit Toro.
I knew you were gonna do that.
Know me too much, Dave.
I was actually
Too well.
playing. For some reason, I picked up this game and started playing as Kratos through his story recently. I think I was in the car and I was bored during one of the waiting times between my classes. And I just started playing as Kratos, and I actually started mastering his combos really well again. I'm like, I could see why he's so cheap.
Even if you don't master his combos, he's cheap. Cause okay, if you ever did up and square,
Yeah, I know exactly
that
what you're
move
talking about.
alone, oh my god. No, one thing I actually
Level
did
one,
want to bring
level
up
one.
was that if you know Raiden's jump in the air. In fact, you just did it. Like you down and square, like it basically knocks them like flat on their face, like when you're in the air, and basically you can find yourself leading them into another combo with that, or just using one of your supers on it.
See, you know what I like about Raiden is that he feels almost like I definitely agree he's more cheap than he is like balanced, but the thing about this game as a whole is I wish like every character had moves like Kratos. It would be balanced then, but as it is now, no one, like they have like light characters, heavy characters, and kind of in the middle characters, but in this game's case, that's
You
cheap.
killed everyone but Toro.
I know.
That's the thing I hate about this
I'm
game.
sorry.
Height
Oh my
matters.
God.
Like if you try Drake's pistol, he
Yeah,
can miss over characters like Toro and Sackboy.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
you use something special, you miss over them. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, just
exactly.
because he's not proportionate. It is kind of stupid.
I guess that's like
Probably
the
add
nod to short
more-
people. It's like, see, you guys are completely useless.
I know I probably asked this before in this commentary too, but what is that thing in the background? Like, what's it from?
Isn't that from Killzone?
No, that is
You
from
guys already
Resistance.
told me, but I forgot.
Oh, Resistance.
That's from
That's right.
That's in that's like the Queen thing that you find in Resistance 1 and is in the beginning of Resistance 2.
I was just about to say you better use your level 2 there.
One thing I actually found pretty cool was in the background shot
Yeah, killed Kratos.
at the very beginning of the level, you can actually see a Warhawk. So that's a nice little thing because us early adopters.
Warhawks can spawn.
I hear about that game so much, and I don't know anything about it.
Well, the company who made it are sadly long gone.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, Zipper Interactive. They were a good studio. Zipper, they made Mag,
I
they
love
made
Mag.
SOCOM. Made a lot of games.
SOCOM and Mag I've heard
They
of.
kind of messed up on the last SOCOM.
Yeah, well they
I'm
just kind of stopped.
barely into SOCOM, I just know that it was really good. At least the earlier games, anyways.
And I loved Mag. Mag was so much fun.
Yeah, Dave,
Yeah.
I remember you were a pretty big fan of that.
I was back in the day. I think the servers. Something surreal. Something surreal I noticed was I logged actually onto it the other day, or like about 2 months ago, and the servers are now shut down.
Yeah, they shut down.
Well, Zipper's been out for
I remember
a while.
like every day after school.
Go
I
ahead.
remember like every day after school, be like, "Hey, let's go home. Hey, you want to play Mag? Of course." And we played that till like ever.
We either played that or Uncharted 2.
Oh my god, I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever seen that of
Yeah,
Sweet
we were
Tooth's
always
costume.
Charted too.
I've never seen that costume of Sweet Tooth's.
Sweet Tooth has some pretty
Really?
good costumes.
Yeah, I've never seen that. I need to really
That's
like
the
find
one
out what the DLC is, because I believe I have all the DLC except for Isaac and Zeus. I still don't have those two guys.
Yeah, they're fun characters. I think Zeus is a fun, cheap character as well.
I just get them because, you know, like, there's not, let's face it, there's probably not going to be any more DLC characters for this anymore.
Oh, I know there
Well,
isn't.
That's
By this
long
point-
gone.
See, the thing is that I really did think that they were going to come out with more DLC, and I was figuring it was probably going to be Joel and Ellie from The Last of Us, and then the
Oh,
other...
now that'd be...
That-
I haven't even played The Last of Us, so...
and
What? I still have to play the DLC that came out.
And then I thought it was also going to be What's-Her-Face from, Jodie from Beyond Two Souls. I really thought that would have
You
been...
know, I remember hearing about that game, and it sort of got covered up by, like, other games. Like, that's made by the creators of Heavy Rain, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
The game
I
is...
don't know
think
much
the
Game was
about
so good.
I liked the story, but like
Anyway.
everything else was pretty much mediocre. Like seriously, like it started off pretty promising, but as soon as I got to this desert section, it's like, why am I doing this? It's so boring.
Wait, so I don't get it. Is it like an interactive movie, sort of like Heavy Rain, or is it...
Yeah,
Yes.
and you make choices
really?
to affect the outcome.
Oh, God.
The only thing is
I love
that
Heavy
It
Rain.
is a really cool game.
Like, the controls were
just-
strange in Heavy Rain, but, you know, I still love that game.
the controls are fine in Beyond Two Souls. It's just that I don't know. It's like the creators seem to create their own rules as the game goes on. Like you can play as a spirit, and it's attached to you. You just can't go too far away from it. But like at some points, like the spirit can go through walls and things like that. But at other points, it just can't for some reason. I don't know.
that.
And then like apparently I haven't even done this yet, but the choices you make don't even affect the outcome until the last few decisions in the game.
They really kind of don't.
So, but I still really
That was
think
one thing
that
that got me.
I definitely think Jodie would have made a really cool addition to the roster. I'm just saying, because she's a
I
military.
think it would have been an appropriate inclusion, too.
Yeah, she's a CIA agent.
I mean,
Yes,
if that was
military.
the case, though, I'd probably... Could you imagine Ethan Mars being in this?
No,
Could you imagine?
nom nom
Like,
chicken,
oh my god.
nom nom.
That'd be crazy. That'd be like including Cole Phelps in this.
Yeah, no. Guess what, Ethan Mars' level 3 is? He
I
faints.
can already guess.
He faints.
Oh,
the
that's bad.
the rest of the match is a fever dream. Oh my god.
Square attack. Jason!
Jason! That'd be a taunt. That would be a taunt.
Oh my god.
Press X to Jason.
Yes.
No, wait, what button is it in the game?
to press X to
think it's
Jason.
square.
No, I think it's X.
Okay.
Why would the meme be called not be
I just-
called press X to Jason?
I don't know, but I just remember seeing the video where they're like, there is that glitch at like the very end when you can just sit there and keep spamming Jason when it's supposed to be really sad and feely, and
Yeah.
it's hilarious when all they do is just yell, Jason, Jason,
You know,
Jason.
the problem is he has what? Does he have only two ways of just yelling Jason?
Yeah, they only
They
have
didn't
two sound
anymore.
bites.
So it's like Jason, and then the other one's like Jason.
And they only took two sound bites.
Jason.
And Steve, you love to interrupt me today, don't you?
Yes, I do.
I know.
Jason.
Look at that. These are
That
the
was-
Oh, hot damn.
That
These
was
are-
beautiful.
these are really quick victories.
Welcome to Ride.
Another person I thought would have made a good addition to this game is, and this is gonna sound weird, but around this time Assassin's Creed 3 was coming out. I thought Connor would have made a cool addition. If they were adding,
Yeah, I
you know,
can see that. That
all
would have
the,
been pretty
No,
good.
that's not really dumb. I can see that.
either that
In
or
fact, where's
Rayman.
Altair or Ezio actually?
I
I'm just
think,
questioning that now. I think that would have been a pretty good. At least one or the other would have been pretty good for this game.
yeah, I think what Connor would have made a really cool.
'Cause let's face it, they're not going to be in Smash.
I just think they also missed a lot of first party character opportunities. Persona characters. maybe?
We're all thinking two people now. Let's try not to say their names.
We
because
already
we're really
already know
get
that.
whole-
Spiral
Yeah, no,
and
it's
Crash,
like-
we know, but
Oh god.
still, what
We're
about,
really beating a
Childhood.
dead horse by saying that. But it really is,
what about
that's the
Resident Evil?
case.
What about Resident Evil characters? They started on the PlayStation. If you're gonna get anything from Capcom, you think that would be it?
You one of us?
I'm here alone. I'm not working with anyone.
I'm asking if you're a conduit. Well, after looking at you, I really don't need to ask.
You sound like you're looking for someone. Is it me?
I'm just asking if you're with me. There's a storm coming in, and it's good to know who your friends are.
I said I'm here alone. I'm not your friend.
Well, that's too bad. And I'm a good friend to have. You've already picked your sides.
They spelled cuz. Really?
Yeah.
Great
Oh.
freaking typing, Sony. Or I'm sorry, Santa Monica. Whatever. They spelled cuz like every stereotypical teenager ever.
Evar.
Ever.
You know who I also question
I
this
need
roster?
more.
What?
I really question Colonel Raddick.
Raddick? Why? Well, okay, wait. Is
Yes,
Raddick...
who else would they would have had from
one
Killzone?
like 2 seconds? In which case, Raddick is the antagonist, right?
Yeah, so why not put the
Yes.
main character?
Why would
in?
they... Dude, what's the main character you're playing as, though? Is he or she that forgettable?
Sevchenko.
You play
Yeah,
it.
we're
We're
Sev-
playing as Sevchenko.
So
Sev-
why
Yes.
is the villain and then not the main...
Sev is
you know?
in 3. You play as two different protagonists in the other ones, right?
Then why
No,
did
you play as 7, 2, and 3.
Well, I mean, I understand, isn't Raddick on the front of, like, every Killzone game?
No, he was only in
Yes,
2.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
true.
He's only in 2?
Yeah, he's
Yes.
one of the boss. He's not even like
That-
the final boss or anything, apparently.
No, he is the last one right before you go in.
What? That's so... Okay, now that's really unfitting.
Well, no, I
Yeah,
think the
that's-
reason they chose Raddick was because out of all the people in the Killzone universe, Raddick was the only one that had all those abilities. He was really the only one that could cloak, had the knife, and he was kind of a bitch when you fought him on like a hard difficulty. Sev and everybody else are just soldiers. They don't have like all those kind of different
Alright,
abilities.
Yeah,
Good point,
but
good.
but think of all the memorable things they could have put into his character. Like Drake has a lot of memorable things that normally you can't do and stuff with other characters.
Define memorable.
Just like well, have you played the Uncharted games?
Yeah, of course.
Well, you can zip line across things. You can pull
Yeah.
cover out of your ass. Need I say more?
Yeah, Drake pulls a lot of stuff out of his ass, like,
And he
like
has
every single move.
Yeah, he has infinite grenades.
Oh my god,
But
pulls
like,
grenades or shit out of his ass.
what about that jetpack? What about the cool knifing things you can do in Killzone? What about setting charges like you do in Killzone? I thought that would have been a cool thing. But no, they didn't do any of
Well,
that.
jetpack didn't come in until the third game.
They still included
So
a
who
lot.
cares?
Here we are watching the same fight for like.
The
oh
third
my God.
third game had been out for like almost 3 years by this point.
Yeah, when did
True.
that come out?
Very
That
true.
came out like.
2010.
3 came out. Oh, okay. Jeez.
Yeah, so
How is
no
Shadowfall?
excuse.
Shadowfall, anyway.
It's alright, I guess.
A lot of people are just saying it's in now, honestly.
That's
It's
what I
kinda
was saying.
unfortunate.
That's what I was saying at the very beginning. Like, I know, like, I wasn't gonna get much use out of my PS4 until Infamous and Metal Gear.
Honestly, like, I'm gonna get a PS4, of course, because I guess it's safe to call myself a PS4 or PlayStation veteran, but still, I'm not gonna be getting one for a bit because I still want more reasons to get it before, you know.
Yeah, right now.
That's what I'm doing. Like, I tend to wait at least a year before getting the consoles just
like,
to see how many games are
getting
out.
a
Right now, there
console-
aren't enough.
Getting a console launch, especially for a guy like me, is just a no-no.
I just got it just to get it, really. And there are good games on there. There are a lot of really good indie games on there. Resogun is like a game I've at least spent 10 hours in. It's so fun. There's a lot of like... Oh, and then, what's that survival horror game called?
There's a lot of, like, definitive versions of, like, you know, games being re-released on PS4, because, you know, last-gen games...
Yeah, apparently
were, like,
The Last of
updated
Us.
Oh
Apparently,
yeah, that's what I was about to bring up. The Last of Us apparently got some sort of thing, in which case I'll be getting
I
that version of The Last of Us when I first play it, so...
yeah, it's getting
I
there.
read an article earlier today, actually.
Go ahead, Steve.
I read an article earlier today, actually, saying that there are talks of bringing Persona 4 and Persona 4 Golden to the PSN for both PS4 and PS3 soon.
I hope that's true.
About the, did you guys hear anything?
Same here. Like, I was reading that, I'm like, oh, please be true, please be true, please be true.
Well, then I guess you
Did
have.
you guys hear anything about... sorry, I keep interrupting. I was just saying, do you guys hear anything about, weren't they saying something with an update involving backwards compatibility with PS4?
No.
Or something? I saw a few articles on, like,
There's
links on
not going to
Facebook
be any
about
backwards
that,
compatibility. There can't be. Anyway.
but- Yeah.
Well, because you know
Well,
about
there technically
PlayStation,
could be. It'd technically be through emulation, sort of, though.
that's not possible.
Yeah, it is.
It's not. It's not. Anyway,
I don't know what we're talking about.
be right back after the cutscene.
The target's been neutralized, and so have those who stood with it, or against me. I don't know what good I did there. I guess some people were spared having to deal with it. I'd like to think that was it. The last mission. Time to go home. But there's always someone who needs protection. Someone who can't help themselves. Someone I can help. As long as they're out there, there will be no end to the fighting. Not sure that's a bad thing. After all, that's what I was built to do.
So, what did you guys think of Raiden?
Raiden? Hey, let's call him Raiden.
No.
Like Mortal Kombat Raiden. Let's do it.
Anyway, I think he's a cool cheap character. Whenever everyone else is using cheap characters, that's who I primarily go to, because I'm very good with him.
Oh, yeah, same. Either that or Radic. I honestly, what you said just this pretty much sums up my whole opinion, too.
And Stev?
Raiden's a fun little character to play if everybody else is just like, you know what, let's go balls to the walls cheap. He's probably the most balanced cheap character out there, and he's just, you know, blast to play.
Alright, so with that said, let's make a Sonic game.
How about let's not and say we did?
And to make it really bad.